Hello everyone, it's me again. Happy belated Halloween to y'all. It is now November 1st. I have to keep reminding myself that and preparing myself to have to listen to Mariah Carey Christmas music until after the 25th. So, anyways, I finally have time to unbox two new Nendoroids that I've recently received. I'm going to go ahead and do one versus the other first because I really haven't seen any unboxing videos on this particular Nendoroid, but I have the other one, so I thought I'd go ahead and slide that out there. And it's a little bit of nostalgia, so maybe it'll, make me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. But this comes from an anime that came out in the early 2000s. It saddens me to realize that this series is over 20 years old. But that is none other than Nendoroid 2422 Motoko Kusanagi. For some reason, I want to say Makoto instead of Motoko. But anyways, this is the major from Ghost in a Shell, specifically the standalone complex version. So standalone complex came out in I think it's 2002. At least the first season did. And absolutely loved it. Like, it was something I watched at night on Adult Swim. I want to say when growing up, but I was in my 20s, so kind of was already a grown-up. But we all feel like kids at heart. I mean, I still do. I probably have more toys now as an adult than I did as a child. Anyways, I am absolutely loving what they did with this box. Like, this box, it looks like when she's doing the dive into the internet or into another person's brain, like the kind of techno look to it with the looks like little barcodes down the side, and then the circle stuff, and they have that on the front, on the top, and the bottom, and the back actually. Okay, cool, on the back too. It doesn't have the circle thing, but it has kind of the lines, kind of the little barcode kind of thingies. And then the sides are a purple color, but I do like the design that they do in the circles. Oh, that's really cool. But yeah, this is what you're gonna miss. This kind of stuff is what you're gonna miss when they go and they start doing the small boxes, because if you do collect Nendoroids, if you don't, they Goodsmile recently announced that they're going to go to paper boxes instead of doing the plastic. They say to break down on or to cut down on plastic pollution, but really is to save on cost for sure. I'm guessing. I think the other is just an excuse that's kind of like a happy, oh, we're doing this for the environment. No, because if it was affecting your pocket, you wouldn't be doing it. Anyways, I don't know how I feel about it yet, because they're basically going to go to a windowless box, so it's kind of going to look like I don't know what they're called, the swatches. Is that what they're called? Like the Nendoroid swatches, the one that sits. I think the boxes are going to look more like those. And then that's not what concerns me the most. What concerns me the most is that they're doing away with the inside, they're doing away with plastic, so of course they're going to do away with the inside plastic. But I feel like that's what concerns me the most, is the fact that they're going to be putting them in boxes that aren't necessarily meant for them. It's going to be all a standard paper holder that you get one for the actual Nendoroid, and then one each for the two separate faceplates. And I think they do another one for the accessories, and it looks like they're loose in there, and that concerns me, because you already have a lot of, I think for the past maybe year year to 2 years, you've had, I mean, especially, maybe even longer, but you got a lot of factory errors, and you've had a lot of paint flaws and stuff like that, and I feel like you putting it in a paper box that it's going to slide around, I feel like that's going to make it worse. Yeah, it kind of scares me a little bit. And I'm just like, I think Yoko Littner, I think I pre-ordered the new Yoko Littner, and, well, I know I ordered her, but I think she's supposed to be one that comes with one of those new boxes. Yeah, and I'm a little scared about that. Like, I really do think that what they're going to go to next, like, they're going to this first, but I seriously think what they're going to go to next is they're going to stop their replacement process. So, like, if you don't know, like, if you get, like, a Nendoroid and there's a scratch on the hair piece or there's some form of damage, like, you can actually go to them and be like, hey, I got it from this site, show them where you got it, show them pictures, show them the box and stuff it came with, and send it to them, and they'll send you a replacement out. So, I mean, that's one of the reasons why I buy a lot of Nendoroids, is because, like, even if there's a flaw, they're more than accommodating to be like, hey, like we'll send you another one. And, like, they even have, like, in some cases it's like you have to, like, send them the parts back, and that's perfectly fine. But yeah, that's one of the benefits I feel of Goodsmile Company, because, like, they're all about quality. So if it's not up to par, and you can show them that it's not up to par, they'll work with you to try to make it right. Well, that costs a lot of money, so I really do feel like that's the next thing that's going to go. I've gone on a rant for way too long. Anyways, so let's go ahead and open this Nendoroid, shall we? But what I was trying to say is that she is one that, because I feel like some of the Nendoroids, like, the boxes are like, whatever, they're just standard. But then there are some Nendoroids that I feel like you could display in a box, and it looked nice. And so, like, this is one of those that I feel like somebody could display in the box, and she would look nice. She would look really nice. But those kind of collectors are going to be crap out of luck, because when they go to the windowless box, it's just going to be a box. So you're going to have to. It's really alienating the inbox collectors. But then again, like, I feel like there's more inbox collectors in the U.S. and with U.S. toys than there are with Japanese toys, because I feel like with Japanese toys, it doesn't really depreciate the value as much when you open them versus a U.S. toy. Anyways, enough of my rambling and my thoughts on the subject, because I've heard several people talk about it. But let's go ahead and open her up and put her in a couple poses. She actually comes with her glasses, so I think that's really cool, because you're actually, like, because she comes with those goggles or glasses, like, I feel like that makes it even more, like, you can do even more poses because of that. Anyways, be right back. That's funny. I said good her in a couple poses, and I forgot to show you the box open like I always do. Kind of got ahead of myself. Anyways, here is the main Nendoroid, Motoko herself. And then she's got two different face plates. So this is more of a standard, like, straight face. This one's more of a gentle, smiling face, because she's not really an extremely expressive character. And then, of course, you've got an action face. You've got two arms. These two are probably, like, if she's holding a weapon. That is my guess. I could be wrong. Yeah, to me it looks like if she's holding the gun straight out instead of off to the side, because these arms are more off to the side. And then she's got cross arms, and then, of course, she's got her glasses and her gun. She only has one gun. And then, of course, you've got the standard base, but I did pre-order from Goodsmile Company US directly. So I got the Goodsmile bonus base, because y'all know I'm a sucker for bonus bases. And, yeah, that's pretty sweet right there. Zeroth. The Laughing Man Incident 0th anniversary. Oh, that's cool. It has like the date on there. That's cool. February 2024. That was a while. That was a while back there, buddy. But that's really cool. Like I like that. That base is really cool. But yeah. Anyways, now I'm gonna take her out and put her a couple places. And here she is in her first pose. It was actually really easy to pose her or put her together. Like the arms separate like right here underneath the sleeve of the jacket. So it's really nice and seamless as far as that's concerned. Her hair doesn't really have a whole lot of or too much shading. There is a little bit, but yeah, I have like a little like mark, like a little mark on mine, but it's probably hard to pick up on camera this in this distance. But yeah, it's really cool how they have like the Laughing Man symbol in here. I think that's really cool as well. But yeah, like she looks super cool, especially on the base. I didn't notice I don't know why I didn't notice the fact that she's like sporting the leotard from like the first series. So you got a little bit of Nendoroid booty back there. But yeah, I guess that's because it's her more iconic versus I think she had a different costume in the second season, but I think this is like the first season look for her. But yeah, like nothing too crazy or with this one. I'm going to go ahead and put her in the next pose. I think I'm going to do the goggles last with the action and see what I can do with that. But the next one I think I'm going to do the cross arms. So yeah, be right back. All right. Now this is the next pose, and I do like to do the cross arm pose with all the Nendoroids just in case, because sometimes the cross arms are connected, and then other times like they kind of like slot into each other like they're separate pieces. This one is all one part, so be very careful when you put them. When you try to put it in, I would go up higher because these are meant to go up higher instead of lower. So just kind of like start high and then you could always push them down. That way you don't end up like damaging or scratching any of the paint on the upper part of the figure. But it's actually a really cute pose. She's not really a cutesy kind of character. But the gentle smile in this is actually a cute pose. But next we're going to do the action pose. And yeah, that might take me a little bit. So be right back. Now I have to say this pose is simple, but I really actually like it. Like I don't know if I'm going to keep the face the same or if I'm going to do the standard face. But yeah, this is really cool. I actually really like the glasses on her. It does have 2 slots on the inside of the front hairpiece that kind of like you just slide it in there. It's actually you slide it between the 2. And yeah, it just holds in there. It actually held in there really nice, and it wasn't like really hard to put it in. So altogether, I think this Nendoroid is like phenomenal as far as like the aesthetics and just the way it's done. I will say, I think it's probably because of the legs and how the legs are done that they didn't give it a bent leg. I really would have liked a bent leg to give it a more dynamic feel, because I feel like she could be like, if she was jumping and doing this, it would make it so much better. Like just that much better. I really do, but I think it's probably because of how deep the because they feel like they're on they're on ball joints. So I feel like the ball joints are just so deep in that it would be hard to kind of like get them out and then put another bent leg in there. So they probably went without doing a bent leg. But like I said, if they could had it like if she came with kind of like more of a mid-air pose or like a jumping pose, it really would have just upped this Nendoroid even more. But anyways, I am super glad I have her. I think she's a definite get for somebody that's a Ghost in a Shell fan, or like if you're hungry for that 90s nostalgia. I just think that she's a good buy. But yeah, like that's it for me on this one. The next one I'll probably do is a Kane, unless I get I'm supposed to have Senshi and the new Racing Miku come in. I'm actually really excited about the Racing Miku because she's witch themed, and I have the 2014 Magical Girl version, which is kind of like a snow witch. So like I really do. I love witch themed stuff, even if it is November 1st. But yeah, anyways, subscribe. Let me know what other like old anime Nendoroid you'd like to see made. I'm super duper excited for Bell Dandy coming out early next year. But I want them to keep going. Like I'm actually excited for the Cowboy Bebop ones. I'm not for sure if I'm going to get both Spike and Faye. I'm just going to see how they turn out first before I purchase. But yeah, like super excited we're getting some of these old IPs like merchandise and stuff. So but anyways, y'all have a great one. I'll see y'all later.